Hi everyone, welcome back to another part of Hold'em Yale, one of the series of stories that is in Damon Runyon's book on Broadway about 1930s Manhattan, Lower East Side, all those areas, and the petty crooks and criminals that operate there. Our author, if you remember, is at the Yale versus Harvard football match. They've helped this young lady get in who's waiting for a boyfriend to whisk her off and get married, and now it's come to the end of the game. Well, finally, the game is over, and I do not remember much about it, although afterwards I hear that our little doll's brother, John, plays substitute for the Yales very good. But it seems that the Harvards win, and our little doll is very sad indeed, and is sitting there looking about all over the field, which is now covered with guys dancing around as if they suddenly got daffy, and it seems they are all Harvards, because there's really no reason for the Yales to do any dancing. All of a sudden, our little doll looks toward one end of the field and says as follows, "Oh, they're going to take our goalposts." Sure enough, a lot of Harvards are gathering around the posts at this end of the field, and we are pulling and hauling at the posts, which seem to be very stout posts indeed. Personally, I would not give you 8 cents for these posts, but afterwards one of the Yales tells me that when a football team wins a game, it is considered the proper caper for this team's boosters to grab the other guy's goal. Well, but he is not able to tell them what good the posts are after they get them. And this is the one thing that will always be a mystery to me. Anyways, while we are watching the goings on around the goal post, our little doll says, "Come on," and jumps up and runs down the aisle and out onto the field and into the crowd around the goal posts. So naturally we follows her. Somehow she manages to wiggle through the crowd of Harvards round the posts, and the next thing anybody knows, she shins up one of the posts faster than you can say scat, and pretty soon is roosting out on the crossbar between the posts like a chipmunk. Now afterwards she explains that her idea is the Harvards will not be ungentlemanly enough to pull down the goalposts with a lady roosting on them. But it seems these Harvards are no gentlemen, and keep on pulling, and the posts commence to teeter, and our little doll is teetering with them. Although, of course, she is no danger if she falls, because she is sure to fall on the Harvard's noggins. And the way I looked at it, man, the noggin of anybody who will be found giving any time to pulling down goalposts is apt to be soft enough to break a very long fall. Now, Sam the Gunoff, and old Liverlips, and Nubsy Taylor, and Benny Southstreet, and Jew Louie, and I reached the crowd around the goalposts at about the same time, and our little doll sees us from her roost and yells at us as follows, "Do not let them take our posts." Well, about this time, one of the Harvards, who seems to be about 9 feet high, reaches over 6 other guys and hits me on the chin and knocks me so far that when I pick myself up, I'm pretty well out of the way of everybody and have a chance to see what is going on. Afterwards, somebody tells me that the guy probably thinks I'm one of the Yales coming to the rescue of the goalpost, but I wish to say I will always have a very low opinion of college guys, because I remember 2 other guys punched me as I'm going through the air, unable to defend myself. Now, Sam the Gunoff and Nubsy Taylor and Jew Louie and Benny Southstreet and old Liverlip somehow managed to ease their way through the crowd until they are under the goalpost, and our little doll is much pleased to see them, because the Harvards are now making the post teeter more than somewhat with their pulling, and it looks as if the post will go any minute. Of course, Sam the Gunoff does not wish any trouble with these parties, and he tries to speak nicely to the guys who are pulling at the posts, saying as follows, "Listen," Sam says, "the little doll up there does not wish you to take these posts." Well, maybe they do not hear Sam's words in the confusion, or if they do hear them, they do not wish to pay any attention to them, for one of the Harvards smashes Sam's derby hat down over his eyes, and another smacks old Liverlips on the left ear, while Jew Louie and Nupsy Taylor and Benny Southstreet are showed around quite some. "All right," said Sam the Gunoff, as soon as he can pull his hat off his eyes. "Okay, gentlemen, if you wish to play the way, now boys, let 'em have it." So Sam the Gunoff and Nubsy Taylor and Jew Louie and Benny Southstreet and old Liverlips begin letting them have it, and what they let them have it with is not only their jukes, but with any old good difference in their jukes. because these guys are by no means suckers. And when it comes to a battle, and they all carry something in their pockets to put in their dukes in case of a fight, such as $1 worth of nickels rolled up tight. Furthermore, they're using the old letter kicking in the stomach when they are not able to hit them on the chin. And the liver lips is also using his noodle to good advantage, grabbing guys by their coat lapels and yanking them into him so he can butt them together, their eyes with his noggin. And I wish to say that old liver lips' noggin is a very dangerous weapon at all times. Well, the ground around them is soon covered with Harvards, and it seems that some Yales are also mixed up with them. Being Yales, you'd think Sam the Ganoff and these guys and other Yaleys defending the goalpost and wishing to help out. But of course, Sam the Ganoff and these guys cannot tell the Yales from the Harvards, and do not have time to ask which is which, so they're just letting everybody have it who comes along. And while all this is going on, our little doll is sitting up on the crossbar and yelling plenty of encouragement to Sam and his guys. Now it turns out that these Harvards are by no means soft, and a Scrabble, touches on a Scrabble such as this, and as fast as they are flattened, they get up and keep going and belting away. And while the old experience is running for Sam the Ganoff and Jew Louie, Nubsy Taylor and Benny Southstreet and old Liver Lips early in the fight, the Harvards have youth in their favor. Pretty soon the Harvards are knocking down Sam the Ganoff. Then they start knocking down Nubsy Taylor. And by they're knocking down Benny Southstreet and Jew Louie and Liver Lips, and it is so much fun that the Harvards forget all about the goalpost. Of course, as fast as Sam the Ganoff and these guys are knocked down, they also get up, but the Harvards are too many for them, and they are getting an awful shellac. And when the 9-foot guy who flattens me, and who is knocking down Sam the Ganoff, so often he is becoming a great nuisance, the Sam sings out, "Listen," he says, "these are game guys, even if they do go to Yale. Let us cease knocking them down," he said, "and give them a cheer." So, the Harvards knocked down Sam the Ganoff and Nubsy Taylor and Jew Louie and Benny Southstreet and old Liver Lips just once more, and then all the Harvards put their heads together and say, "Rah, rah, rah," very loud, and go away, leaving the goalpost still standing, with our little doll still roosting on the crossbar. Although afterwards I hear some Harvards who are not in the fight get the posts at the other end of the field and sneak away with them anyway. But I always claim these posts do not count. Well, that's the end of that bit. Big fight going on there. Everybody getting involved. Sounds dangerous to me, but there you go. Bit of fun for some people, I'm sure. Anyway, until tomorrow and the next part of Hold'em Yale. Till then. Good. See you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.